Yo, we chilling out here. We good, we good. Yo, shout out to you guys for coming out though. Whoever's in here. For real. I'ma let people come in. We about to get into these these takes real soon. Promise. I need to tweet this out too. Hold up. I get. Yeah. I you know what? I like this thumbnail for real. We good. Yo, what's up with you guys though? How are we feeling? How we feeling for real? Oh, shoot. What's good with everyone? What's good? I've been debating, should I start streaming on Kick? Cause Kick looking like the new wave right now. Low key. I don't know. People have been talking about Kick recently, so I don't know what the vibe is. Yo, what's good, Blazing? What's good? We chilling out here. I've been sparking up some debates, sparking up some hot takes. Just want to get them off. I'm just vibing for real, man. Low key. So if you guys don't know, I recently got married. That's what the ring is for, and it's been tiring, man. Like I've been tired like the last like week. Even though the event did happen, still a lot of loose ends to tie. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back in the groove of making content and everything, but it's been rough, man. It's been rough. Like my energy keeps getting drained every single day. Oh shoot, I got my espresso. Maybe I need that. Hold up. Forgot I made some espresso. This could probably help. But we chillin'. Not a hot take. It's a fact that OG is better than Z. Yes, that's what I'm saying, man. It really shouldn't be a hot take. Like everything OG Dragon Ball does, it just does way better than Z. Like let's talk about it. Like, you know what? Since you're already here, Blazing, let's talk about it, right? Dragon Ball was originally about this kid growing up to be better, be the best fighter, fight with his friends, you know, whatever, right? We literally see that growth from like what Goku was just a little kid, maybe like 10 years old or something, and he grows up to be like this 16-year-old teenager, like getting like basically a young man at that point. He's becoming a young adult, and that's the whole point of the series, you know what I'm saying? And OG Dragon Ball, literally, that's already a story that you can just separate from everything else. That's already its own story, way better than Z, because Z is basically a lot of fighting, a lot of yelling and screaming. Sure, you get some emotional moments here and there, but nothing can compare to the story, the choreography. Like in Z, everything except for the Namek saga, that's the only saga that I'm making an exception. There's no stakes because, you know, this is the part of the story where they gather the Dragon Balls and just revive people. Because in the original Dragon Ball, it took a lot of work and a lot of effort to even get the Dragon Balls. So it's not like a guarantee that, oh, I'm gonna bring this guy back in the original Dragon Ball, you know what I mean? But in Z, it's so easy to just find them. So easy. Except for Namek. Again, Namek's the only exception. Because literally they lost the Dragon Balls. And they now have to go to a whole other planet, fight a tyrant, and do all that, you know, go with the Namek Dragon Balls type shit. And if we're being for real, Namek, the Namek Saga, it's the only real part of Z that I'm gonna give that's like, man, this is like low-key peak fiction. But that's pretty much it. And all the other sagas are just like whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know if anyone wants to refute that, but like, literally, I can't really think of anything besides fights that Z does better than Dragon Ball. And even then, like, the choreography in OG Dragon Ball was way better because, like, not everyone is super high speed. Not everyone's, like, all super powered up. It's just, like, it's just martial arts. Like, it's just all martial arts, bro. I'll be honest. And sometimes, less grand scale, like, less scale sometimes is better. Like, you don't need the grand stuff for it to be a good fight. All you need is some good old-fashioned, insane martial arts. That's all you need. Maybe sprinkle in a little bit of that magic here and there, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of magic. I don't know if anyone got another argument on that. But that's what I'm here for, bro. I'm here to give my hot takes and people try to argue me. Low key, it's just my opinion. So it's like, who cares what your argument is? But still, hey, you can try. Hey, some people have changed my mind before. Some people did change my mind. Like, I remember River was telling me about Bunny Girl Senpai. And I didn't think it was all that good. Like, I thought it was cool, but it wasn't all that good. And then he convinced me, like, nah, it's actually, like, pretty good. So hey, you can change my mind, but it better make sense. As well as, like, I gotta believe it. You know what I'm saying? How was the chat, though? Yo, chat, let me know how your day's been, man. Like, for real. I literally just caught up with all the anime that I'm watching this season, like, yesterday. And I recently just watched the Dr. Stone episode that recently just dropped. I got mixed feelings about it. We can talk about it, but I got mixed feelings, man. I don't know if anyone got a problem with me spoiling a little Dr. Stone. I won't spoil if there are people in the chat that really like want to watch it. It literally just came out yesterday, so I don't know, but Dr. Stone, I'll give my non-spoiler, like, honest opinion about Dr. Stone. And is that Dr. Stone is way better when there's, like, non-battle shonen type stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? Because, remember, Dr. Stone was, it's published by Shonen Jump. And because it was published by Shonen Jump, it's got some of these, like, how do I put this? It's got some of these, like, battle shonen tendencies where they have to, like, fight each other. Whereas the vibe I got off of Dr. Stone, especially in season 1, alright, is that Dr. Stone was meant to be all about science and discovering the world and, like, really, like, reviving the world type shit. And I was cool with it. But when they got into Stone Wars and started fighting, it's just like, I don't need that, yo. I just want the science. I don't know. Stone Wars, to me, so far is the worst season. I'm liking season 3 because there's not a lot of fighting, but this most recent episode got me really nervous for what they're gonna do. Anyways, let's get to Blazin', bro. What you saying about OG Dragon Ball? Okay. Also, I've learned this years ago, but when Goku was waiting for Frieza to be revived in Dragon Ball Super before the Tournament of Power, he did the same moves and attacks in his first tournament from OG Dragon Ball. Bro, okay. So we'll do the Dragon Ball thing first, alright? So, The OG Dragon Ball fights were just so cool, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, literally, they copied the choreography from the OG Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Super. It's because it's good choreography, man. Like, it's really good. It's good martial arts. Like, I love the battles in OG Dragon Ball more because of the limitations they put on each other. You know, when you start getting to the thing where, like, oh, let's just let them all do whatever, it's like, I just don't see the attraction of that. Like, okay, anything can happen. The best fights are the coolest when there are some restrictions to it. Because now you gotta play around the rules like that type shit. Unless you're gonna be ridiculous, right? Unless you're gonna be so ridiculous, like in JoJo's and Baki, just put restrictions on it. You gotta be like over the top if you're gonna do that. And Dragon Ball really isn't like that. Bro, Dr. Stone is peak, yet to reach its peak because it's just setup. Setup for what though? Because low-key, I've been liking Dr. Stone more when they're just doing the science stuff. Like, the fact that they make farming fun, unlike in Vinland Saga, we'll get to that later. Like, they make farming fun. Like, they do. It does remind me of Minecraft. They did do that reference in Dr. Stone. I just like it when they do the science stuff. Like, oh, let's discover cooking. Like, that was fun. Let's discover making a boat. And let's discover, oh, let's try to make a car out of what resources we have, or let's try to just make a furnace, yo. Like that's the fun stuff, man. I don't know. I'm not liking that battle stuff. The science gets crazy. Okay. Yeah, so as long as the science is there, it's cool, but I just don't want battles in Dr. Stone. Like, I just don't want that. I don't want battles. I do dislike when people are like, oh, let's like, how is this realistic? Like, how is this 18-year-old like doing all the science stuff? It's not supposed to be realistic like that. Like, you gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit. You know what I mean? You gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit. Let's see. Well, what else we're doing? More hot takes. Well, what hot takes do I got? Oh, yeah, Vinland Saga Season 2. It's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. They did all this build up, and it's still low-key building up, but it's like, I don't know, it's falling flat on me. And people want to say, oh, it's because I'm a fucking, like, Neanderthal and just want fights. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. In fact, my favorite parts about Vinland Saga was when they were with Canute and they're doing, like, all the political stuff. I wanted more of that. I wanted more the political, psychological aspect of Vinland Saga. I wanted more of that, not this finding myself type shit with Thorfinn. Like, it's cool if it's like a couple episodes, like, I get it, he has to find himself, whatever, he's like lost, whatever. But I wanted more of that political, like, discourse with Canute and all them. Like, that's what I want. I wanted more like the strategy of the, like, that episode where they were going with like the strategy of like, oh, if I poison this guy, oh, I need to make sure that this guy is on my side, and then I'll pull the rug on, like, all that stuff, bro. And all that political stuff is such like a mecha thing, and I love mecha. That was so cool, and that was the best part about Vinland Saga Season 2 right now. And like, I don't know, I hate it when people always want to say, oh, it's just because you want fights. Like, fuck you, bro. You don't know what the fuck I want. The hell? I want political discourse in Vinland Saga. That's what I want. I want to see how Denmark takes over England or whatever, bro. I want to see these countries like outthink each other. Like, okay, I need to like make sure all this stuff. Like, come on, bro. I want more Canute, but we all have to have a little patience, bro. There's a difference between patience and just dragging it. Like, they are just dragging it at this point. Like, I want more Canute now. Like, you've been building it up for like months. Like, give me this shit now, bro. Like, I understand build up, but it feels like dragging it at this point. It just, yo, more. I bet you like the same people that are like, oh, I want Thorfinn to find himself, bro, are the same people that like are like, I swear, they just don't know what the fuck they want, or they don't know like that they're like lost in life or some shit, so they can like relate to Thorfinn, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, so I could relate to Thorfinn. Man, fucking stop being a loser, bro. The fuck. I don't know. That's just me though. I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, Vinland Saga is cool. I don't dislike it. I just want this shit to move faster. Like, it's a little disappointing how much stuff has not progressed in Vinland Saga. Like, now it's starting to progress, like now, but this shit should have happened like 5 episodes ago. like okay, bro. Anyways, what's everyone's favorite anime coming out this season? I'm very curious, because my favorite anime coming out this season, no season 2s. No like sequels. In terms of like first anime like seasons, for me, I think it's Heavenly Delusion, but Oshinoko is like a close second. Very curious what other people are thinking. Heavenly Delusion is just, I just don't know what's gonna happen. It's definitely caught my attention. It's an apocalyptic world. It says in the year 2024 in the description, so I'm just like, dang, 2024 is like next year, bro. It's not to me. This ain't dragging it. If you want to know what's a dragged MHA Final War, okay. Nah, I have to disagree. It's being dragged. I'm sorry. It is. It's being dragged. If you disagree, we're just gonna have to disagree. But this is being dragged, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They should have gotten more to the Canute political stuff earlier. Sorry. Thorfinn should have found himself earlier, bro. I don't care what trauma he's gone through. That shit was like feeling dragged. Oh, let me fix my camera for a little bit. Oh, that's more even. Oh, okay, shit. But yeah, Heavenly Delusion. I feel everyone should be watching it. It's very interesting. The plot twist from the most recent episode that happened, I didn't really expect that. There are some people that did, and respect to them. I didn't expect that. It was like, whoa, this person's not really the person we thought he was, or thought she was. I was like, dang, man, this is kind of crazy. Also, like, I'm curious, like, they haven't answered the questions of like what's going on with the world, because it's an apocalyptic world, but we don't really know what caused it. I'm hoping they go more in depth into it, but that's just me. I'm very much enjoying Heavenly Delusion. Has a lot of potential and can go a lot of different routes. I'm very curious how this goes. Have you watched Dead Mount Death Play? No, I have not. What is that? Here, I'm gonna switch to my anime list real quick. Which one is it? Because I'm pretty sure it goes by its Japanese name on AniChart. What is that? And what's it about? Well, actually, oh, it's right here. Dead Mount Death Play. What is this? A legendary hero nears victory against a necromancer known as the Corpse God. Things take an unexpected turn when the Dark Sorcerer's final gambit, reincarnation magic, okay. This last-ditch effort catches the brave fighter off guard, and now he's a boy named Polka Shinoyama in a whole new world. This is why I skipped it, bro. I'm so tired of isekai. I get so like wary when people are like, oh, this is good and it's an isekai. I'm like, is it good though? Like oh shit. Like, is it good though? Like, I feel like only 3 out of 10 isekais are actually like watchable. Yo, what's good, River? What's good? What's good? See, dude, this looks like a very edgy isekai. I don't know, man. I feel like it's reserved though. What is okay? I'll give it one episode. All right, if it's like bad, if it's bad on the first episode, I'm not continuing. Like that's what I did with like a couple of these shows. I'll tell you guys the shows I dropped. Right, I dropped My Home Hero, I dropped Skip to Loafer, and I dropped Mashal. All right, these were like not my type of shows. Honest to God, I don't know how Mashal has an audience, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And people want to say, oh, it's a comedy. Bro, it's the same joke over and over again. Reverse isekai. Oh, it's a reverse isekai. That's different. Dude, reverse isekais are hit or miss because you got bad reverse isekais like, well, what was that one anime? Shoot, I can't think of the bad reverse isekai, fuck. Okay, but I remember there was a bad one, and I know The Devil's a Part-Timer, that's a reverse isekai, that's good. Mashal is good. Can you explain to me why Mashal is good? Because they just do the same joke over and over again. Like, it's so boring to me. Like, it's just another dude with no magic, and he just finds a way to, like, pass these, like, magic tests and shit using his brute strength. And it's, like, the same joke of, like, oh, he got no magic, but he's doing everything well because of his brute strength. I'm like, okay. Is there anything else? Like... Like, I don't know, man. Like, Mashal, I just don't understand. It's just one of those shows that I definitely... you know what it is? I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so maybe that's it. Maybe that has something to play into it. I just don't like wizard shit unless it's, like, cool wizard stuff. Like, it can't be wands and shit. Like, that's so lame to me. I don't know. There's something about a wand that makes me think, like, pussy-ass people. Like, a wand looks pussy. And no offense to all the Harry Potter fans, or like... No, actually a lot of offense. Like, that shit's lame, bro. I'm sorry. That shit is so fucking lame. Now, if we want to get to Skip to Loafer... Skip to Loafer... oh, wait, let me make this more visual. It, to me, is just another anxiety-inducing, like, high school romance. It just doesn't appeal to me. Someone who's, you know, got the ring on and everything. Like, it's not for me. And My Home Hero, it just got weird. It's one of those things where the way they produced it and the way that they did it did not line up with what I thought the show was gonna be, and I kind of got caught off guard, and I might come back to it, but right now I'm kind of just not into it. Mashal to me has good characters, great fights, good enough story, great art. It's just good to great. Nah, bro. I'm sorry, it's not. It's like really boring. It's just really boring. It's like if you take Black Clover, make it a comedy, but the jokes aren't hitting. That's Mashal. That's Mashal right there. I'm enjoying freaking Yamada to level 999. Like, that's way more interesting than Mashal to me, if I'm being honest with you. I heard the manga for Mashal is better than the anime. I can see that. I can totally see that, because if you're reading the manga for Mashal, I could see what is it? The story is going by so much faster that it's more bearable than watching like a 20-minute episode of like the same joke. At least with the manga, like at least you like blaze through it faster, I guess. I'm talking about the anime right now. That shit is so boring. I'm sorry. I don't get it. As far as the anime, that is so boring. But while River is here, now they got here, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be on the Flow podcast tomorrow, talking about my top 25 anime according to me. So that'll be interesting, man. If you guys tune in, shout out to River and all the other guys from the Flow. tune in to their channel at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Well, knowing it's them, it's probably gonna be 7:30 Central Standard Time. So just head over there tomorrow. I'm gonna be I might make a couple last minute changes to my list because I have to really think about it. I just heard that. I'm pretty sure I heard that too somewhere, that the manga is super fast paced and that's what makes it funny. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But I don't know, man. It's like 7:30 is insane. Come on, bro. You guys have been averaging 7:30 like the last like few pods, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, man. It's pretty accurate. We've been doing better, I guess. I would hope so. I would hope so for sure. Now, I know I'm going into hot takes, but now that I already have the anime chart list out, I might as well talk about the anime that I'm watching. I'm going to start with the new ones, all right? No spoilers. I'm going to do no spoilers. I'm just going to give my rating and what I think about it, all right? Oshinoko. All right. I made the video, or I uploaded the video yesterday of what I think about Oshinoko. If you guys haven't watched it, please watch it. I think it's a pretty good watch. I literally sped run making that video, like 8 hours from recording to editing. I think it turned out pretty well for what it is. But Oshinoko, this anime is good. I think it's good. Did it deserve the rating that it deserved? Hell no, bro. It is nowhere near Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, like, in terms of quality, as of right now. But I'm very glad that they did that, because if they didn't do that, it would have not caught my attention, and I would have not watched this show. Because of the fact that that controversy happened, I watched the show. So, low-key, good marketing. Good marketing on the Oshinoko fans. For real. Oh yeah, you guys just start waffling. I totally believe that. If you guys are waffling like behind the scenes, like, alright bro, I guess we can start now, whenever. I can totally see that. But yeah, Oshinoko, bro, I think everyone should be watching this show. And like I said, I like the fact that the first episode was an hour and a half, because if I had to watch 3 episodes weekly or 4 episodes weekly for it to build up to that, I would have dropped it already. But that was very smart on their part for what they did. I'm very much glad they did that. It's good. Please watch it. We got Hell's Paradise here. I'm gonna start with all the new ones that came out this season instead of the sequels. I'll talk about the sequels later. But Hell's Paradise is starting to like lose me a little bit, because it's good action so far. I understand the main character's like motivations behind what he's doing, but I don't know, it's not giving me a lot of substance, I guess you could say. It's giving me good fights, decent character backstory, that's cool, but I want a little more. I need a little more from Hell's Paradise. Is there any anime that you think didn't get the attention it deserved based on its quality? Tiger and Bunny. I think Tiger and Bunny is a really good show, but no one talks about it. I got a dip now. Okay, yeah, for sure, River. I feel that, man. Thanks for coming. Hey, thanks for chilling with me, bro. Let's see. But yeah, Hell's Paradise so far is cool. I'll still watch it, but I really wish that did more. I wish it did a little more. It's still got time though. It's still got a lot of time. Now we got Yamada to level 999, this show. I think this show's pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, it's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. The romance is decent. This is one of those shows where just because the main character is in college, I'm already interested. Like, it's not like high school shit. It's like college. So I'm like, all right, cool. The love interest is like an esports person, so that's kind of different. That's pretty cool. It's just low-key, this show is very average, but because the premise is different and it's not something I see often, I just continue watching it because I'm like, I don't know what the dynamic's gonna look like. We'll see what happens. Let's see. I already talked about the stuff I skipped. I'll try to give Dead Mount Death Play a chance. I'll try. I will try. I'll attempt. Is there anything else new that I'm watching this season? I think the rest are sequels. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I already talked about how much I like Heavenly Delusion. Yeah, that's about it. I'm not gonna lie. Everything else is a sequel, so let's might as well get to it. Demon Slayer. It's still Demon Slayer. Like, I don't know. I wish it did different things. It's just, it stayed consistently mid throughout all the seasons. And it's got cool animation, cool music. Production is always over the top. But the story and characters are just whatever. I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't... it could have been something special, but it's not. That's just my takeaway from it. Now we got Dr. Stone. I already talked about Dr. Stone earlier, but so far so good this season. I want there to be more science, less battles. I'm glad there hasn't been really a battle this season. Can't wait for Ghost. Like, the anime's called Ghost. I'm curious. I mean, I'm curious. I'll take a look into it. Let's see. What are the other sequels I was watching again? Oh, yo. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Where'd it go? It's gotta be here somewhere, right? Oh, Gundam Witch from Mercury Season 2. Best sequel out this season. It's so good. It got real dark. The most recent episode. It got, like, insanely dark. I was like, whoa. I did not expect that. I was so, like, surprised. Great animation. Great fights. Political discourse up the ass. Fucking twists, surprise twists, great characters, great conflict. It's just good all around. Witch from Mercury. Whew, man, I wish this got more buzz. I really do, but it doesn't. It's a shame, but it's my favorite sequel out this season. But yeah, that's kind of it for this season. Nothing much other than that, but it's been cool. We've been cooling. Let's see. Let me see. My bad. You know what anime has almost as much content as Demon Slayer, higher quality, but is on hiatus? Oh, Made in Abyss. Yo, Made in Abyss is one of my favorite anime, bro. Love Made in Abyss. I'm like a huge fan of Made in Abyss. Trust me. Made in Abyss clears anything that Demon Slayer does. Clears. Love Made in Abyss so much. Let me see. You said this Ghost anime is coming out later this year. Is it like next season? I'm actually really curious in this anime and this anime. These two are like originals. This zombie one and this romance one I'm pretty interested in. Is it called Ghost? Is it this season? Oh, yo, I'm actually really excited that Captain Tsubasa is finally getting another season, like the most recent one. Pretty happy about that. All right. Let me put the headphones on, guys. Because I'm going to go ahead and just like react to a couple stuff. I got a couple videos that I really wanted to watch. Let me turn this music off. It's this year. We don't have a month. It's MF Ghost. So it's like, it's not slated for like a specific season. I'm guessing that's what you mean. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. I'll definitely be on the lookout for it. For sure. Let's see. I want to react to Cardiac's new video. I haven't watched it yet. It's called The Perfect Villain. I haven't watched it yet because I was busy. But low key, now that I'm on stream, I might as well react to it. So let's see what he got to say.
All of us have certain tropes or character archetypes that we fall in love with every time we see that character in a show. It's like clockwork. The cool side character who uses a sword and shows up every 50 episodes to take out some bad guy or test out our main characters and leaves with a cool overcoat draped down his side. Yeah, I know your type. For me, there's something about a certain mold of antagonist in almost any given story, whether it be anime, video games, or TV shows, whatever medium it is. I love what I would like to call the perfect villain.
Okay. I'm very curious what he means by perfect villain. More OG Dragon Ball. Let's go.
I want to get this out the way right now so no one complains in the comment section or anything. This video is going to have spoilers for Chainsaw Man Part 1, WandaVision, Naruto Shippuden, and Persona 5 Royal. So if you haven't seen or read or watched any of those shows or manga, I need you to commit a special nigga move. It's called Get the Fuck Away. I need you to...
Alright, you guys heard him. Hey, you guys heard him.
I need you to do it immediately because I don't want to hear your whining, so do it right now.
I'm gonna complain regardless.
Right.
This man Cardiac.
There's a few things I gotta get out the way to explain why I love the characters that I do love so much. The thing is that when it comes to an antagonist, I heavily value coming to understand the philosophy or the motives of said antagonist. I've always struggled to see the value in villains like a Dio or a Kotamine who are just like evil for the sake of being evil.
First of all, L take from Cardiac. Dio is not evil for the sake of evil, and he's seen part 1, so he knows already. He's evil because of his upbringing and of how he was raised. So like, that's already an L take. Cardiac, you should already know this by now. We've talked about it before. Dio is not that mold, so stop saying that he is. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. We've had this discussion before, bro.
evil, or the thing that makes them so evil is so minuscule, and like compared to their level of evilness and wrongdoings in the series, it's just so cartoonish. It's almost like they're a He-Man character. Because the idea that you can
Cardiac just doesn't get it. It's okay, he doesn't get it.
Situations unique to a story or fictional world, and yet the overarching antagonist who is supposed to be opposed to your main character just likes to see this nigga have a bad day or wants to take over the world is just so dumb to me. So even if someone is
to inherit, whatever, bro. Cardiac never watched JoJo's. I'm convinced.
Objectively evil, having motivation or at the very least a personal connection to the protagonist is almost a must for me. And I can confidently say that that's definitely the case for the first villain that I want to talk about, in the form of Wanda Maximoff. Wanda, in her own show, in my opinion, is supposed to be viewed as the clear-cut villain of the story. She commits underlyingly selfish, terrible actions for the sake of her own emotional distress, and the show ends with it being unrectified, which is really good in my opinion. Not morally, of course, but like for storytelling reasons, Jesus Christ. Now, I still acknowledge and honestly hate the fact that they kind of walk it back a little bit, because at the end of the show, they still kind of frame Wanda as someone who we're supposed to be cheering for unconflictedly by introducing Agatha as the clear big bad that we can get a final hippie hooray boss fight at the end. But aside from that, she's still, for the most part, a villain. The thing that is so compelling about this arc of her character specifically, and
she's like a broken villain type shit.
One of Marvel's most well-renowned stories from its golden years in House of M is the fact that, yes, Wanda is being selfish and is furthering her own emotional instability by tearing through the multiverse to create the life she wants, but in theory, she could do this for anyone, given her power level. You see, in the original House of M storyline, Wanda still creates her perfect world with two made-up children between her and a supposedly resurrected Vision, but the change is the fact that she expands this perfect world to everybody. When the X-Men and Avengers attempt to kill Wanda the fear that
I'm not a comic book guy, so I don't really know any of this. So this is interesting.
Her reality warping and her disillusioned perspective as a result of Vision's death she creates a reality in which everyone's dreams are a reality, because she quite literally has the power to give everyone what they truly want. The people who hated being heroes could finally sit down and retire. The ones who wanted fame finally achieved it, and everything was perfect. All of this was simply done to give herself the life she wanted. A mutant majority, a family, and peace that allowed her to simply be happy. And for many who read this story, we sat back and questioned, what did she do wrong? Like, yeah, she was traumatized, mentally unstable, powerful, and that made her feared, and it made her uncontainable, but most of all, it made her dangerous. But if the actions that she did were, selfish, but also for the benefit of all of man and humankind, then isn't it worth it?
I thought she wanted what's best for mutants. Yeah, unless I missed something. I could have sworn she didn't want what was best for humanity. I thought she wanted what was best for mutant kind. Unless I missed something, that's what she wanted, which is why, like, humanity tried to stop her or whatever, but yeah, maybe I missed something.
Is a life where everyone gets what they want. Isn't that truly what a utopia is supposed to be? Madara Uchiha is a character who, despite his popularity, the conversation surrounding his character lacked the level of nuance I think that he actually has through his time being characterized in Naruto Part 1 as well as Naruto Shippuden. The conversations regarding Madara don't give a lot of credence to the real tragedy and reality of the way that his character was used, especially at the end of Naruto. Madara was a character who was ultimately manipulated by the Otsutsuki clan and Zetsu through his underlying goal of peace in the shinobi world by casting the infinite Tsukiyomi jutsu. Despite Madara's desire for the—
By the way, the infinite Tsukiyomi type shit, like that whole plan was so flawed. It was crazy, man. I don't know, man. That shit was so flawed.
Power of godhood, he still emphasized the peace of the shinobi world. And through his many years of life, he came to realize that the only way to halt the cycle of hatred, which had taken so many victims, including himself, he came to realize that there may be only way to accomplish that peace by creating an artificial illusion of an eternal dream of each's personal true desires. Even though this was only through artificial means, Madara's character goes to show and also highlight the fact that Naruto takes characters with a very common goal in the series of creating world peace for the shinobi world, but examining that goal and that mindset through the lens of different extremist ideologies like we often see in the series, Madara representing just another wing of that ideology. Now, granted, this supremely backfired, and he was doomed.
Oh yeah,
but still,
clearly.
the trope of the villain in the story taking extreme steps towards creating what they believe to be a utopia, the perfect world, a world without pain and loss, however it's interpreted in the story, is just so beautiful to me. And it's no wonder why these types of characters often become some of my favorite characters in their respective mediums and series. Another character who embodies this ideology to the utmost degree is a character in which many currently are still in limbo as to what the true motives of her are, and that would be the cross-platform fan favorite manipulator, Makima. Makima's true role as the control devil only elevates her one true goal that has dominated her life, which is basically just controlling society and humans.
Makima controls a lot of guys, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Concepts in our world, such as war, famine, poverty, murder, all of the things that have wrecked our societies and the human race from within for almost all of our existence. All of our greatest sins and traumas and things that have halted us as society, Makima, in her own twisted way, wishes to have them cease to exist. From her perspective, the only reason why devils and primordial fears grow to be so strong and spread ruin and pain throughout the world is because of their strengthening from the human population itself. Left to our own devices, we will only declare more war, kill more, use guns.
Am I anime only for CSM? I've read most of part 1 of Chainsaw Man. Read most of it.
Have accidents, cause pain, suffer sadness, enact revenge, and the cycle will only continue. But under her control, she can create the perfect world, with one person manipulating all the events on the world stage, like she's done in Denji's life, like she's done and accomplished pulling the strings of the Public Safety Bureau. There will be no bad devil.
Master manipulator type shit.
For it all, if Makima can just use the Chainsaw Devil to eat,
she literally will do whatever it takes to control anyone.
Humanistic fears, just like the nukes and the Nazis in the story. But that type of goal requires human submission, the relinquishment of free will, which makes the story so much more interesting as we see someone like Denji fight, claw, and grow his way to earn true freedom for the first time in his life, and see Makima on the other side of the
it's not really freedom, you know what I'm saying?
Manipulate and use that desire against him every step of the way. The dichotomy of these two conflicting characters and goals, as well as ideologies, I think is the root of what causes me to love and resonate with Chainsaw Man so much, as it transforms Makima from just another villain who's menacing and who has this great plot twist more than halfway through the story, and brings her to become the perfect villain and antagonist.
Perfect villain? I don't know.
Persona 5 Royal is one of, if not the most defining piece of media that honestly saved and corrected.
I think my favorite of Persona 5 was the first castle.
Final protagonist, Dr. Maruki.
Oh, we missed the last one.
Your guidance counselor in school. So as you go to him after the,
I like the first one a lot. The gym teacher.
Semester at High School, you, the player character, end up divulging some information of your private life and your history, as well as your fellow friends and confidants, as well as you all learning about his life in return. It becomes a reciprocal relationship that honestly borders the line of like what's actually legal both in Japan and in America, but for the game itself, It serves as a great way to get you connected to this character who clearly cares about you and everyone that you come to care about in the story. And long story short, fueled by his own research and events surrounding the game's main story, Maruki was able to utilize the very phenomenon that granted the main characters their powers in order to completely rewrite reality, to tailor the wants, wishes, and reverse the tragedies that each and every character had to live through. Whether it be dead parents, literal broken bones, criminal records, murders, literally all reversed and forgotten for the sake of ridding the world of all pain and tragedy. No strings attached, simply a world with no more loss or sorrow.
Yeah, it was still a super flawed plan too. All villains really have like good intentions, but real like flawed plans.
You have the ultimate choice, whether to take back the freedom over your life and as a result everyone else's by defeating him, or to go and see the new reality that your friends have lived over the course of the first week and just allow yourself to live in the perfect world created by the perfect villain. There's nothing more personally philosophical I could ask from a medium, specifically a game, to take all of the tragedies that you yourself, the protagonist, have.
Yeah, I think me and Cardiac just don't really have the same taste when it comes to perfect villains.
And to ask the player to take that all away forever and force them to live in the sadness that caused the suicide.
Like, sympathetic villains aren't always good villains.
That caused the rebellious nature to revert back to the losses that caused the mess of society that caused this entire game in the first place. That's the level of beauty that this game, that this whole genre of antagonists offer to media that I don't think is as readily found in almost any other common archetype of character. And it's for those reasons why I believe all these to be traits, trends, and things that I love to see in what I call the perfect villain. I want to thank you guys for watching this video.
Alright.
Sorry I had to re-record this and delay it for a week.
You had to re-record this?
The first recording was just like too bad, but
oh, this was the one you had to re-record like that. Damn. Hey, W video, Cardiac. But we have different tastes, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Now, this is another video I wanted to watch and react to real quick. It's called Why is Anime Getting Boring by the Anime Dojo. Very curious what they say, because I have a feeling I know why they think this. I have a feeling. What anime do you want to get / have a remake? And don't say Soul Eater, because that's been on my Twitter since January. What's an anime I would like them to remake? Do I have an anime I want them to remake? All of Berserk. Like, I'm gonna be honest, remake all of Berserk, bro. Make it actually good in anime form. I'm reading I've read a little bit of Berserk. I'm not like super far ahead into it, but yeah. Oh, yo, what's good, RJ? How's it going? How's it going? If you want to argue more about the Dragon Ball thing, it'll have to be after this video that I react to. It's only 5 minutes. But I already said my piece on it a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, but all of Berserk, I want that all remade, bro. Like, I just need a good Berserk anime adaptation. That's all I want.
Is anime getting worse?
I find so much anime just so goddamn boring.
Found it harder and harder just to fucking sit down and watch something.
Anime is a fucking abomination.
There's only so much you can do within those tropes without it getting stale.
Is there too much anime out there? Do you guys remember the good old times? When you immediately came home from school and you guys were watching anime, staying up till 3 a.m. on a Saturday, already watching a bunch of episodes and then being like, I just want one more. Well, that time has obviously gone and passed. I mean, with the explosion of the internet and, you know, everybody having access to everything now, you can just pull it up on your phone. The magic of having anime on your TV and not really being able to explore more anime was the magic that we lost over time, which leads to my next question. Is there too much anime out there? Has anime become boring? And
there's too much anime that follow the same tropes. That's my conclusion. There's too much anime that follow the same like formula. I'll give you that.
Why does it feel like this sometimes?
Because
Let
you're
me tell you a
watching the
story
same
with
genre.
anime. Of course, I was always familiar with, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and those kind of shows. But at the age of 13, I consciously started looking for anime. And once I found a good site that had all my anime on it, I started flying. Like,
kiss
oh,
anime ass.
Anime. I would even go on YouTube and start looking up, top 20 animes. And based on the clips they posted, I would create my own anime list based on that. But back in the day, anime wasn't as popular as it is now. So if I wanted to talk or see some discussions about anime, all I had was YouTube. Because some of you younger generation kids may not know, but back in the day, you were bullied for watching anime, fam. Like, people would associate anime with weirdos. So if you came in doing hand signs, talking about some, you're done. Your whole career.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't relate to this. A lot of people at my school actually watch anime, so people don't think you're weird for watching anime. They're weird because you're weird. Like, I don't know. Anime is not getting boring. People watch the same shit. That's what I'm saying. People want to watch the same shit. They want to watch Battle Shonen. When Battle Shonen's falling off and it's the same shit over and over again. I'm telling you right now, that's why.
So I made sure that nobody really knew that I watched anime. But luckily, we don't have to worry about this anymore. Now that it's become mainstream, people are uploading full episodes on YouTube, and there's a lot more websites that you can choose from. So now it's easier to keep up with anime. Because back then, if you missed an episode, you'd have to go find it online. And then next thing you know, you win a free iPhone. So thank God for streaming services, because it's a lot easier to keep up with everything. However, with anime becoming popular, many companies are seeing this and decided to hop on the train. So everybody's popping out animes left and right, which could be a bad thing.
So has anime become too repetitive? The art of storytelling is as old as humanity itself.
Certain genres of anime has gotten too repetitive.
So just like most creative art forms, everything you could ever imagine has been done already by dozens of people before them. Black Clover is just a copy of Naruto. Naruto is just a copy of Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter
is Naruto a copy of Hunter x Hunter? I don't know if I believe that. But alright.
A copy of Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is a copy of Superman. And
what?
Journey to the West was just a copy of whatever came before that. But hold on, because it's not that simple. Because there's still a combination of plot twist and development of characters that you can implement into a story. And making those changes make that story unique to whoever may be reading it. But even then, many manga choose to take inspiration from other successful animes. I mean, honestly, who can blame them? Now, it doesn't mean that their show is a complete copy, but at least for the viewers like myself and probably you can tell it's getting very repetitive. This is also the reason why new gens are so popular, by the way. It's the kids. They love it. The people consuming whatever their first anime is, like for me and you, most likely were probably like Naruto or One Piece or Dragon Ball. Most of the kids now, their first is like My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, and Attack on Titan. But the fact is, the majority of these animes that are the most popular are targeted for children. But because the older generation...
Because you're watching shonen. Watch fucking other genres, bro. Like, not everything is fucking for kids. You're gonna tell me that fucking, what is it? You're gonna tell me that Berserk is for kids? Like, the fuck? You're gonna tell me that, like, Gundam Witch from Mercury is for kids? That shit is not for kids. What the fuck are you talking about?
Has already seen stuff similar. We start to get a little bit bored of the repetitiveness that is what anime is now. That doesn't mean new gen anime is killing anime. And another thing that's really great is that the community for anime is...
Literally, all they listed was Battle Shonen. I wish they just, like... I bet you they would not say the same thing if they were watching Mecha. Mecha is the most consistent genre that's never boring. Like, they wouldn't say that shit. Romance gets boring because they keep doing it in high school. I'll get you that. But there's some genres that, like... Nah, they don't get boring, bro. You guys are just watching the same shit over and over again.
Is booming.
So again, with anime becoming more popular, you get confronted much more often. Back then, you were not going to find anybody that was watching anime. And if they did, they were definitely not going to come to you. But now, if you walk out your house with an anime shirt, you're more likely to get approached. And even online. If you go on Instagram and Twitter right now, you're going to see a post about anime. Which is definitely dope, but again, since so many people are doing it, there's obviously some negatives. And so with the same animes being played over and over and over again, you can subconsciously start to not like the anime as much and start to look for something new. Like, for example, Dr. Stone. Now, Dr. Stone is still, a popular anime. A lot of people have seen it, but there's not that many people posting it. So when you're watching it, you can enjoy it because it's not constantly being shoved in your face. And it may start to become better than it actually is because you don't have that annoyance attached to it. And aside from that, now that we're getting older every day, we're starting to become more busy. Like back in the day, I could sit there and watch 20 episodes of One Piece and be straight. But now
I want to say something, and especially because like RJ's here, right? This is why I love anime like JoJo's, because each part is so different, you never get bored of it. I could watch the entire series of JoJo's and be so entertained because they change up the formula every single part and every single time they switch out characters for new characters. That's why I like it. That's why I get tired of people like Cardiac that say, "Oh, this way of telling stories is so fucking dumb." How about you're fucking dumb, bitch? The fuck? Like, how about you actually like deconstruct what you think a normal story is and fucking actually like the way that they're doing it, because they're doing it in a different way that's gonna make it entertaining. Like, I don't like people who dislike JoJo's because of the fact that it's not focused on one set of characters. This is why you're bored of anime, and this is why you get bored of the same media over and over again, because you just don't try to understand different ways of telling stories. This is the story of the JoJo's, of the Joestar family lineage from multiverses, bro. So like, get the fuck out of here, bro. This shit's so fucking ass whenever they do that shit. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Now I just don't have the time. And so I kind of think to myself, right, that might be the reason why we're getting so many of these 12 episode series, because they're trying to make
Don't trash Dr. Stone.
that people who are busy can still watch it. Plus,
That's
with them
crazy.
compacting it increases the pace of the anime, so there's not as much filler as there used to be, which again could be a good and a bad thing. It's good because, you know, you're able to quickly get through the anime, but it's bad because the pacing could be horrible. They could try to speed run this story, which makes you feel like you're missing some parts. Or with certain action anime, they have so much action in it that you feel like you're missing a story. Which, don't get me wrong, I love to see some good animation, some good fight scenes, but I want that all the time. Sometimes I just want to relax and enjoy an anime. And that's why I feel like a lot of modern day anime are missing.
Jumping back to my roots, I've probably been watching anime for about 7 to 8 years. So maybe
That's it?
the problem.
That's the problem. I'll be honest, 7 to 8 years, right? So he's been watching anime since 2016. That was the start of My Hero Academia. Yeah, there are some of us have been watching anime seriously since 2011 for like 12 years. There's some, like me, I've been watching anime since what, like maybe I was like 4 or 5 years old when I first started watching anime. Like, come on, bro. JoJo's a story of many generations of this one family, which makes JoJo's great because not everyone can copy it. Exactly. Like, fucking exactly, bro. People just really don't understand JoJo's like that. Like, no one fucking understands. It really feels like that.
People like me maybe just get tired of anime. I even have questions like, did I grow out of anime as I'm wearing, you know, this hat? Like, honestly, guys, I'm not saying you can't watch anime if you're an adult, because that's lame. But after a while, you don't get surprised anymore. Shows like Demon Slayer do catch your attention, though, like with new animations, and it kind of gets you just re-interested. But who knows? Maybe we've been watching too much of it as a community. Instead of trying to keep up with your shows, maybe just watch whatever you want to watch. I mean, there's tons of stuff out there. Find new ways and new creative ways to just kind of consume the anime. So I'll go back to my original questions at the beginning. Is there too much anime? For someone starting with it, there's certainly...
Yeah, in conclusion, they're watching too much anime that are of the same genre, of the same demographic. Freaking branch out and actually watch anime that are not just the same shit over and over again. How about that? How about you expand your catalog? How about that? Anyways, yo, it's been a great stream. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna end things early today. It's been great, for real, but I'm gonna just get on some arguments on Twitter and in Discord because low-key getting tired of talking. Oh man, yeah, dealing with the wedding stuff has been super tiring, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been very tiring. So my voice gets tired. Like, my bad, bro. I'm gonna try to get back into it. Like, I've noticed while I was recording like some videos, I realize how more and more tired I've been getting, or I've been looking, and I'm like, fuck, I need to get out of that shit. But yeah, my bad, guys. I really wanted to do a longer stream, but I'm a little tired out. Anyways, bro, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Especially Blazin', bro. You've been here for a while, man. Thank you for being here for a long time. Shout out to River and RJ who've been chatting it up in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Yes, expand the genre. Expand it to different genres. That's all I gotta say. Before you end it, here's my hot take. Black Clover is better than Naruto. I mean, that is a hot take, but I don't entirely disagree. I can see where you're coming from. I can see it. I don't disagree entirely. But that is a hot take, though. I'll give you that. A lot of people will disagree with you, especially RJ. And River, actually. River would do. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to catch you guys.